What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. You're watching Unboxing Thursdays. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and tonight we are doing Unboxing Thursdays episode 221. My special guest tonight is the one and only Chamba, and of course, we're going to be opening the latest and greatest collectibles available right now. I'm going to be opening this SH Figuarts, Mina Ashiro from Kaiju number 8, and a bunch more. And stay tuned, enjoy the show, and thank you for coming by for your weekly unboxing therapy.
What's today? It's Thursday.
Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes. Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay. I have one Zusi on the name.
Let's try them. Let's still try.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Unboxing Thursdays. If this is your first time here, what we do every week is we open up some of the newest collectibles and toys and action figures that are available, and I get to interact and hang out with some amazing people in this collecting community, this wonderful hobby that we love. And of course, you in the chat, whether it's live, in person, or if you're watching the replay, appreciate you. It's what makes all of this fun. So I call this the unboxing therapy. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like by the time Thursday comes through, it's like if you work like a Monday to Friday, and by the time we get to Thursday, I'm like, I really need this kind of to unwind, like the stresses of work and everything on top of that just kind of get to you, man. So like sometimes I get here, I sit down at the computer Thursday night, as much work as it is to get ready and prep everything and make posts and make links and share and everything. It's like, yeah, it's kind of all worth it when I sit down and I get to open up some toys, enjoy them, chat with you in the chat, and of course my good friend DK, who is not joining us tonight. He's been canceled. This is his week off, and so DK, I wish you well, and we'll be back next week. DK will be back next week, but I have a wonderful guest tonight. I'm just going to take care of some housekeeping real quick. Just want to let you know, if you are a supporter over on Patreon or a YouTube channel member, I did a new video this week that's available early for everyone to watch. It's up on YouTube. If you're a YouTube channel member, you can go watch this now. I don't know if everyone's seen, but I mean, I'm into these Keshi figures lately. That's my new fixation for the month. Hopefully it lasts longer. I still like Hot Wheels, so I'm not some weirdo who just picks up a new thing every month and just moves on to the next. Like, oh, hey, what's up? Mario's here in the chat. Good to see you. No relation in why I said it in that order. But if you have a chance, if you want something extra to watch, I did a toy hunt earlier this week, and to look for some of these Kinnikuman style figures. And if you want even more stuff, last week we had Enablers and we did Family Feud. I worry sometimes it's such a long stream that people, the Family Feud part might get lost in the shuffle. So I'm trying to make a separate video with only the feud stuff. But if you want to kill some time, have some entertainment, the Family Feud episode was something else. Oh my god, this chat kind of got unhinged real quick. But hey, go watch this. Appreciate you. Thank you. Especially since there's no DK this week. There's no what I miss of toy release videos this week. But the one last week, Shanghai Wonderfest has been awesome. So everyone wants to go watch that. Go check that out. Also, we're gonna get through what I'm opening tonight, since the guest is ready, but I'm not gonna have him sit on here and watch me say hello to everyone. Do you want to watch me say hello to everyone? Well, you know what? Let's get the guest in. He's got limited amount of time. Joining us tonight, a good friend of the show. I've got to hang out with him multiple times. Two multiple? A pair of times. But a really, really great comic book artist and comic book creator. Um, you can check him out under Udon Entertainment, and also over on Toy Migos and Chat Migos, all of the Migos. Please welcome to the show your friend and mine, Chamba.
G'day, guys.
What's up, dude? Whoa,
What's cooking, man?
fresh. Is it a fresh cut? It's been a
Yeah, this morning.
this morning.
Well, I've had the moustache for a bit, but
Yeah,
think-
that's normal.
yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. What was it? Just it was just that time, get home and
Mhm.
a new look, a new vibe.
I was like, I did screw up. I was trimming the actual goatee and the facial hair, and it's like, oh, I went too much. Oh well.
Oh
Off
no.
that goes. Off that goes. But it's fine. It grows back fairly quickly.
I don't think I'll ever experience that of
Mm.
over shaving one side of my beard. That's why,
It
you know,
happens
it's
all the
okay.
time.
It's
It
okay.
happens all the time. Yeah.
Hey man, you're back home now, and you were just in the US. You were stateside for how many months, dude?
3 months.
3, that was it?
3 months is the limit. Is the limit with the visa that we have here. If I had the business visa, I could do 6 months, but you have to apply for that one. There's like a whole interview process and whatnot. I had that one before, but I figured the allowance, 3 month allowance is more than enough, I think.
You've had it before, but have you stayed the full 6?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
But
Nice.
a few years ago, I did like, because the thing is, like, with the visa that you have, essentially, I could fly back right now to the US and stay another 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
So
with the
you just have to
with the
go
6
home
months,
for how long? A day?
about a week, if I wanted to, just to be safe, technically.
Right.
Yeah, and then
Not
just
to
fly back,
arouse
stay another 3
suspicion.
months. No, exactly. And technically, it's like I'm not doing anything there. I'm just there mainly to hang out with a lot of people,
Yeah.
just to
And
catch up
eat.
for lost time, essentially. Yes, that lot of food there.
Conventions, friends, eat
Mhm.
good.
Mhm.
You picked up toys that you've unboxed to bring home to
Yeah.
Australia.
Mhm.
But that's not to say that you didn't come home to a massive pile of um I mean, I'm not gonna
It was
call
a
you
lot.
out.
It was a lot. No, I mean, it's actually a lot worse. Had the I've got a few things in the like Hobby Genki and Indian warehouse. They
Yeah,
were supposed to be sent, but they have not been sent yet. So I think right
they're
now I'm
still
waiting on like 16 different items, and that's
wow.
not fun.
16 is a lot.
That's not fun at all. And like when I arrived home, I already had a lot of things waiting for me. But
Yeah.
it's not great just like spending a day opening them up, because you don't really get to appreciate any of them. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I
You wanna
sent you
take your time.
a list last week, right? And I was like, which ones do you want me to open for the show?
It was weird. I don't think I've maybe 1 or 2 people in the past have sent me a list. It's like, "What would you like to see today?" I felt like I was
Yeah,
in a fancy car dealership, and
yeah.
they're
Yeah.
like, "Which model would you like to test drive, Mr.
Yeah.
Wong?" And like, "Here's the top of the line." And I'm like, "I
Mhm,
don't know. This sounds
mhm,
cool."
mhm.
So that's always cool. Um, but yeah, man, it's cool that you're back, and thank you
Yeah,
for coming on tonight. I know,
of
you
course,
just got
dude.
home, and there's tons of stuff. But man, like it's just cool. This whole internet thing. I sound like a real boomer, but like I made a friend. You can talk to
Yeah,
people on the other side of the planet. But
yeah,
like
yeah.
we've like over the last few years, it's like we've come to become friends, but also bond over like
Mhm.
so many awesome things in common, which I love. Like you can go anywhere. I went to a claw machine place, and I saw they had these stuffies for Tokyo Revengers. So I'm like, all right, I've never seen those before. I have to win all of these. And then one of the staff saw, she's like, "Oh, you like Tokyo Revengers?" I'm like, "Hell
Yeah.
yeah, it's great." So she goes to like, there's like 4 different machines, and she finds me so that I can get every character,
Uh,
and she grabs them from different machines and she go, "Oh, I found the main character's the girlfriend stuffed in the back of this machine." And she helped me grab all of them. And then we just started chatting. She's like, "Why do you like Tokyo Revengers over Windbreaker?" And then we just started chatting. And like she was probably like a younger kid who was
Mhm.
there working a part-time job, but also
Yep.
like and like we just started chatting. And it's crazy, but also kind of awesome that we've all been able to do that through toys.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
There's always that like underlying there's always that underlying thing that you can relate to each other, I suppose, you know.
Do you think when people hate on stuff
Mm.
online, do they find the same joy when they're like, "Oh, you hate that too?" Like
I mean,
the
it's
story
got to
that I
be.
just
It's got
yeah,
to be.
is it the
It's
same
got to be
thing?
the same energy.
I wonder
I
what
think it
that's
has
like.
to be. Yeah.
I feel that way about certain people.
I mean, that makes sense. It's almost like they're relating in the negative energy too, though. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's
Whereas the
like, yeah,
positive energy, the negative
the
energy.
dark
Yeah.
side of the force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Exactly. The balance.
So I guess, it's the force, it's just
Hmm.
how you connect to it and
Exactly.
how you use it and manipulate it. Well, you know what? I like, the friendship we've kind of built, and how we use the force that way. Um,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun, and to finally, over the last 2 years, hang out with you, in San Diego is great, and you've
Hmm.
always been so kind, offering your time to do
No, no,
artwork and create logos and stuff for
it's
everything that
fun.
I'm doing here on the channel, man. So thank you once
Of course,
again.
of course.
But I need to let the viewers know that, that's you're the guy. You're the
Okay.
mustachioed man behind
For
some
now.
of some of the awesomeness here. Um, let's have and then Kev purchased a white van. I have a van. That seems irresponsible. Johnny Cock, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says try and get Chamba into Keshi. Gents, have a killer evening. Thank you so much.
I'm
You
already
have
into
one as well.
Keshi. I'm already into Keshi. I've been into Keshi since I was a little kid. So
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, do you remember one day I just started sending you photos and I'm like,
mhm.
I had all
Yep.
these.
Yep.
And it was my gaming mat here
Mhm.
covered in Dragon Ball
Yep.
figures and Saint Seiya and like there were metal ones. And it's not like it's a new thing to me.
No.
It's just I've had it. And something about I think it's Unparalleled Universe when he made those, the
Mhm,
Odious
mhm.
ones that brought me back. That was like, dude, this is cool. I remember toys like this. And then I went hunting. What is it hunting if it's in your own room?
Yeah, it's I guess it's looking for really like digging up.
Scrounging?
Yeah,
I went
digging up.
scrounging. Yeah, and I found a whole bunch, and I'm like, I need more. Um, and so that kind of segues into what I'm opening tonight. Even though normally I want to do the guest first. So one of the things I'll show it off first,
For
and
sure.
then I'll go to you, and then I'll do the rest of mine. I opened some of these a few months ago. With Joe Allard, who was he helped design some of these characters, but these are the Wendy's DC figures. Um, and then I showed them off like another few weeks ago with enablers, and I was only able to get um, two of the sets, but in different colors.
Mhm.
And in the midst of this Keshi, what would you call this? Phase?
Craze,
Phase craze.
reawakening. Yeah.
Mm. I called it my Keshi kick today, but I
Yeah.
really had to change it because I don't want people to start saying Kevin's, you know, Keshi.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
like this
You
this
don't need to
phase,
trip.
craze
Yeah, yeah.
with a
Craze.
C. So I went on eBay and the seller had the entire series, all 6 sets in red
So
for
you had to.
for $17,
Yeah,
dude,
that's too good. That's too good.
to have the whole
That's a
set.
no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
these are so much fun. So I'm gonna open these. But I have some other stuff. But Chamba, what are you opening tonight, my friend?
So yeah, like we were saying, I was away for like 3 months, and I had a lot of things delivered here during that time. Some things I knew was going to arrive, but some things I was like, I should look forward to opening up when I get home.
Yeah.
But one of them is the More Storm Mickey and Friends camping set.
Is that a cooler that it comes in?
That's the box that it's in. So it came in a
Whoa.
shipping box, but this is like a full-on plastic case for them.
Okay.
Not sure the scale. I think it was because the thing about Disney characters and cartoon characters is that what's the scale of them? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, is Goofy human size, man size human, right? And if he
Man
is,
size.
that's what I mean. Like when they stand up, how tall are they? So
Yeah.
it's hard to gauge the scale. I think they're supposed to be like between 8 to 10 inches or something like that. I don't know. I forget. I purchased these a while ago. But yeah, they arrived.
Is that real wood on top?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's neat. It's neat. Hopefully they make more because I just want like the original Disney characters as action figures.
Right.
It's weird that no one's really made them. This is kind of the closest thing. I was hoping that if I can, because they have soft goods, if I can even just find alternatives for the soft goods, I can clothe them in something that I would prefer. But
Really?
they become dolls at that point. But I mean, who are we kidding, right? Anything with soft goods are dolls. Anyway, the other thing that I have is what is this one? Robot Build Auto 9. This is from, what the heck is this company called? I'm forgetting now.
Robot Build
Auto 9. It's like a 118 type thing. It's like a cat girl motorcycle, and it's like a robot.
Oh, okay.
Motorcycle. I forget the name.
Cool.
It's in the tip of my Ernest Core. Ernest Core Craft is the name of them. So
there you go.
There we go. I figured it. Oh, yep. There you go. Perfect. And the third, those two things I'm definitely going to open. The third thing that I'm going to open up today, which I don't know if I'll get into because it's about, I've only got like a short amount of time here, I suppose.
Yeah.
Is the snail shell pumpkin princess.
Yeah, that's got to take you.
Yeah, this is going to take me, the rest of the afternoon, and I want to take my time looking at these, but yeah, just to open them up. So there's really no rush, but yeah, the other ones so basically just these 3 items.
Yeah, I feel like that one would be something like you want to savor it like a nice steak. You don't want to just open it up, shovel it in your mouth, and then go on to the next show and be like, what the hell did I just do? Like, I didn't really enjoy that. That's what I feel like I do that a lot here on the show. So I've been trying to slow down in how many things I open in a week. Real quick, we have a super chat from the 80s baby. What's up, Dario? Says just toppings by. Toppings by to you.
Toppings by.
Toppings only to show some love to the man that came from a land down under where women glow and men plunder. Love to the both of you. Is that a song or did he just?
I don't know, but it's great lyrics.
It sounds like, is it a rap song?
Could be. Maybe it's a Dario original.
Yeah.
Dario.
Do we know? But yeah, Dario, thank you, man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. We have, of course, Taco Boy. Taco Boy, thank you. Chamba killed 2 birds with 1 stone, bought a cool toy set and a box that doubles as a cooler.
I don't know if it functions as a cooler. That would be tight, though.
It looks like a cooler.
It does visually, yes, but we'll see if it actually functions like one. I don't think it does, though.
Men at Work. Who sings Men at Work?
That's the group. It's called Men at Work.
Men at Work, man.
Yeah, men.
Men at Work.
Men at Work, man.
It's an 80s song. I don't know. Sing it. Do you know it now?
Not really. I'm sure I've heard of it as a child.
Okay. We need somebody who knows the song to let us know. To come on and sing it. I saw you do some karaoke out in.
Dude, it was really fun. It was really fun. Ernie is the entertainer. I think it's always weird. Like we always talk about wanting to do it, but it's like finding the right time. And honestly, I think it worked out really well during that Toy Amigos meetup because we were there just for the event, but it was just a single day thing. It's really hard to do things at Comic-Con, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Like the fact that we can even hang out during certain times is already amazing.
Yeah, the fact that you can meet up with anyone successfully during Comic-Con if you don't meet up with somebody, it's like, I get it. Sorry, my bad. But
exactly, and it sucks, but it's like it's understandable too. So I get it. But
wait, hold on. Apparently, it's the national anthem according to Jay Sinner. It's the
not.
Australian song.
No, it's not.
as the authoritarian on Australian things, we spoke this summer about some breakdancing escapades.
Oh, that one's so weird. It's like, why would you do that?
I heard something last week that like they made up their own committee. It's for to submit to the Olympics, and then they're like her and her husband were in charge of it. I don't know. I guess there's no background
It's insanity
checks at that point.
It's insanity, but whatever.
It's old news, but I just recalled like, you were even through text, it's, you read an office email and you're like, is that
Yeah.
angry? But when you sent me the message, I'm like, he's pissed. He's like,
Yeah.
she doesn't represent us.
Nah. It's
fantastic.
like, okay, I understand, like Aussies like to take the piss out of things. This was just like, whoa, this was bizarre.
Figure drawing says everything Raygun did was brilliant apart from her not being able to break dance. So
Sure.
like the con of getting there and everything afterwards.
Yeah, but it's just not fair in a way where I'm like, if you're taking it away from others that are deserving of it, that's when it's bullshit.
Right.
Like if you're there to take a piss, like if she was really that good and then she was taking a piss, it's almost like, I don't get why you're doing this, but it's hilarious. But it's also like you took that from somebody who probably really wanted to represent the country.
I know.
And that's not cool.
So the next Olympics, they're not going to have that event, and it's not because her or anybody messed it up. It's just not going to be at that next Olympics. But like, man, somebody who wanted to now, it's got to be like an 8-year wait if it comes back to the the thing.
I mean,
after that, right? So yeah,
if you do want to see like, if you do want to see great breakdancing, check out like Red Bull's BC1. That's the international one that happens every year. I think the next one is it's either this month or next month. It's happening in Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. But they stream it live on YouTube. So if you want to see actual, like, because the problem with what happened there is like they saw and they're like, anyone can do it, and I'm like, that's not a representation of it. You know what I mean? It's like anyone probably could do that, but if you see actual people do it, you're like, how are they doing this?
Yeah,
that's what it's supposed to be. So but check out that Red Bull BC one. That thing is phenomenal.
Okay. Well, I don't want to turn this into things about Australia that I need you to answer for.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
Yeah. So one more thing.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. No.
Yes, I will.
That's insane. To have a whole list prepared.
It's a lot of weight.
No, it is. That's not what we're about here. What else I'm opening tonight? I did the Plunderlings challenge. So if you back the Plunderlings Kickstarter, you got this gold medallion, and you can go to plunderplanet.com. There's a whole thing if you're into that. And ultimately, at the end of it, I'm not going to tell you how you solve the puzzle, but I got my cursed idol from the local shop, Heroes World, and you get the gold Plunderling, which I missed out on before. So that's awesome. D Sertle helped me out, and he found this Hot Wheels, the pop culture premium version of the Turtle Van. Ooh. And this version has a door that flips open, I believe. That's and cool. Rubber tires also. And in Tokyo Station in Japan, there's the Tomica store there, and every month apparently they change the cars, but you can go build your own, like a custom car. You choose the body color, you choose the interior, you add the tires. There's a lady there who puts it together for you, and then they check like the suspension, and then they roll it around to make sure the wheels roll well. That's a tongue twister.
Did you assemble it yourself?
I'm gonna go do that when I go next year.
Dude, are you looking forward to it?
So we booked our flights and our hotels this week for next year for a celebration. And my wife keeps asking me, she's like, "Are you excited? Are you excited?" I'm like, hasn't sunk in yet. I feel I'm still overwhelmed to plan all the things that we need to do. Sure. One thing that I didn't realize, I just saved myself a whole bunch of money, was that when I land there, it's the next day. It's my flight time plus the 12-hour or 14-hour difference. So I booked the hotel for the same day that I was leaving. So I'm like, wait, I don't need that extra night. So I shortened that first night and I saved a couple $100, and that's all
Look at
profit
that.
now. So more things to buy.
I love how that
More things
became
to-
profit.
Yeah, it was already money gone. I was
Exactly.
okay with spending that, but then now it came back to me through the graces of the toy gods.
Mm-hmm.
And one last thing, Torrentsu helped me pre-order this. This is Mina Ashiro
Hey, I've got her somewhere here.
from
I
Kaiju
opened her
number
up.
8.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot
opened
to
her
go
up.
get Kaiju number 8 to face swap. But this is this and the Keshi are what I'm most excited for, I think. But dude, man, when you were out there on the West Coast, did you pick up a lot from Comic-Con and in your stay out there?
Comic-Con wasn't a lot of pickups. The main thing that I wanted to pick up there was the Goku Gohan SH figure arts, because that one was, and the Jada stuff too. They looked amazing, and I managed to pick those up. But Comic-Con itself wasn't a lot of pickups. In the US, at the Toy Migas meetup, I picked up the Ghost Rider and the Motorcycle Legends.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. That's an awesome one, actually.
That one's fantastic. But most of the stuff that I brought back with me were items from like international stores that I'd shipped to myself while I was there. Yeah.
Dude, so remember when we were out there and it's like, oh man, Tanjiro is somehow at Comic-Con. It's like, but I ordered it back home.
Yeah.
And the only consolation was that, I don't have to carry it home. It's one
Mm-hmm.
and the amount of stuff that I bought, dude, it's probably a good thing that I didn't buy anything out there. Ghost Tav says Kaiju number 8 was so good. I'm pre-ordering Figure Arts Okarun. We're gonna talk about Dandadan in a little bit. I'm gonna make sure we have some time for that.
Hell
the
yeah.
thumbnail from tonight's video are a bunch of characters from that manga drawn by Chamba right here. And I'm like, hey, can I use your artwork for the thumbnail, because we're gonna be talking about it tonight. When are the new episodes out?
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday. So
Every Thursday or every Friday, technically. For me, it's Friday. For United States, it's Thursday.
Right. So
North America, it's
people
Thursday.
could have watched episode 2 today.
Episode 2 has already dropped, yeah. But we had already seen it because we'd watched the first 3 episode preview thing. Yes.
Man. Episode 3 came out today. That can't.
No, episode 2 did.
Should be 2. Tomorrow, also, Dragon Ball Daima.
Crunchyroll, that one, right? Or is it Netflix also?
And Netflix, I think.
Dude, I love that they're kind of just doing both of them at this point.
Yeah, I love that. It's just you don't have to pay for all of them. I don't pay for Netflix, but I did renew my Crunchyroll, so we're good. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that real quick because one of the topics in Dandadan is the belief of ghosts versus aliens. So I did put a poll in the chat here on YouTube. What do you believe in? Ghosts, aliens, or other? It could be things like a chupacabra or vampires. Those would go under other, I think. Ghosts are usually like spirits, right? I would assume. So let us know in the poll what you think. All right, Chamba, you already started opening.
I did because I wanted to take him
set?
out of there. So there's Goofy. I'll pull him out of their plastic prisons, and then there's the Donald and the Mickey.
Oh, those look fantastic.
So they did show them. They've got like an instructional thing here, or like a little leaflet to show what they are. But they do show them like the articulation and what accessories they come with. So
what was this company called again? It's all in Chinese.
More Storm.
More Storm.
Yeah. It's an officially licensed one. They've got a bunch of other licenses, but this is one of their first action figures that they've done. So there's the Goofy.
That looks like, even the pamphlet insert looks like fun, dude.
Yeah. I'm glad I picked this up, and I do hope that they continue. I know that they showed an image that they're going to do Scrooge McDuck next. So not sure if I'm gonna get him.
Next choice.
But if they do like Huey, Dewey, and Louie as well, then for sure, because those go together. But I'd love for them to just do like Minnie, Daisy,
oh yeah,
Pluto. Just some more of the classics. But yeah, these look fantastic. So
all right, well, open those, take them out of their shells. I'm going to do some channel member shout outs real quick. What's up, everyone? Thank you for being here tonight. If you have a second, hit the thumbs up on the video. Let YouTube know that you enjoy this video, and probably other people who like these things will like it too, or other people who are hating together will find joy in hating on the video together. That's how the force works. But shout out to
negative or positive.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the sides of a magnet. We have Jay Sinner, what's going on? Brad Harper, thank you so much. Bat Force Grumps, Wing or Lose, Mr. Ryan Clark, 796 Studios, Jay Sinner, I believe, Loki just with a random out of pocket comment. Thank you so much. And Grumps, Matthew Toy, what's going on? Thank you. Yoko, good to see you. Thank you for being channel members, all of you. Matthew said Kevin had a similar stash last week. Yeah, it took me like 2 weeks. And someone was like, "Go shave," and it really shattered my confidence. So I left.
That was a brilliant stream, by the way.
Which one? Oh,
the Family Feud. It was brilliant.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna clip that and have everyone make it an easier video for everyone to watch. What's up? We have Cole from Micro Galaxy Squadron here. If you're collecting Star Wars MGS, go follow Cole on Instagram, and you'll see he posted some new releases coming out. So you don't want to miss anything because it's such a hot line to collect. Make sure you're following over there. Richard is here. What's going on, Richard? Pletho, legendary poser. What's up, man? It's been a while. Everyone has heard. This guy doesn't say much, but when he does, it usually makes me angry. I want to see her dance to Men at Work. There you go. 796 says wheels slow. What was I trying to say? Oh, the wheels roll so well. You didn't get that right. John Carmen, what's going on? Says I used to live with an Austrian guy who was dating an Australian girl. That is a bit of a tongue twister. Torrentsu, what's up? Thank you for helping me grab Mina Ashiro. And yeah, thank you everyone for being a channel member. If you're a channel member, you get access to special emojis in the chat. There's a video on the channel right now that's available for channel members early as well. And you also have the option of gifting a membership to other people who are here so they can partake in some of this fun as well. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. All right, Chamba, we're back. How do you feel about those?
They're neat. They're yeah, I mean the range isn't amazing, but I wasn't expecting too much of that anyways. As far as like their look goes, I think it's fantastic. Matte finish for a lot of the parts that are shiny, like the eyes are actually quite shiny. The nose also, I think they're handled quite well. Soft goods seem nice quality too. Not super thick, so that doesn't really get in the way of things. Yeah, but they're well made. Yeah, I just wish
like it fits the character.
Absolutely. I do wish like eventually they'll do. I know we're talking about this on the voice chat at one point, the Discord voice chats.
Yeah,
I wish they could just they could definitely just release these in their regular outfits. But if they were to release like accessory packs, different shoes, different hands, different clothes and accessories or faces, I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that more so, in fact. But yeah, if they were to release the original versions, the price is right, I'd pick it up.
Is there like a Yamaguchi Mickey Mouse?
Mickey? Yes, there is.
Yeah,
yes, there is. And that's the reason why that's the reason why I wanted more of the classic designs.
Yeah,
because they only did Mickey.
Right. So it's like, why they haven't gone into some of the other characters yet?
No.
How long has it been?
I don't think they're going to.
Really?
It feels like it's been too long. I mean, they could very well down the line and just like, hey, here's some new stuff, but I'm not holding out hope. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it comes, it comes. That's great. But that's why I picked these up, because I'm like, this might be the closest thing for now, and I'll take it. I'll take what I can.
Damn, nice, dude.
They look great though.
So sometimes like we when I see you so often, it's always with toys.
Mhm.
Um, it kind of takes like it almost kind of overshadows the incredible kind of artwork and stuff that you're doing. Um, like what would you if you didn't get into comics,
Yeah.
do you think you would be in some sort of profession involved in toys, or would it still just be a hobby at in that scenario?
In all honesty, I don't know because I didn't place my bets on myself on in anything else. I think art. Do you know what I mean? Like I kind of put all my chips in art.
Okay.
So I don't I can't even think of what a reality would be if I wasn't doing something artistic in the
Hmm.
field of art. Uh, whether it be
Breakdancing?
comics or no, I never got into that. I like watching it, but not into dancing itself. Yeah, just in the visual field, the visual art field. Comics was the thing that I was the most passionate about, but I
Yeah.
think if it was anything within the realm where I could just draw, that would have been something that I would have, placed my bets on.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know what that world would be if I wasn't in comics. I probably would have tried to find something where I could draw. So whether
Oh
it be
wow.
like
Okay.
animation, something within animation, something within product design, one of those, any of those things really. But I would have definitely placed all my bets on one of those things.
Or like packaging for toys. That'd be like a nice meld
Sure,
of the two.
absolutely, absolutely. It's just, yeah, I think my passion definitely fell more towards comics itself. So that's why it was definitely going to be that.
Yeah, it seems that way. Do you think it's more freeing that way to know that that was your passion and now that's your like your career? Is that more freeing and that allows you to really delve into the hobby of toys freely, or is it
Hmm.
more restrictive?
I think it's an interesting one. I kind of, in a way, I wish I wish I had known financially what comics was like because it's not the best. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
financially speaking, I think it would have been probably better had I got into one of the other things, like product design or something.
Hmm.
Something, something. But comics, that's why, like, when I hear someone say they want to get into comics, I always say, "Do you love it?" Because if you
Right.
don't love it, don't.
Hmm.
It's it's a lot of work. You don't get paid a lot because that's just the industry, and you're going to be drawing a lot, so you have to love it.
That's true. Because like the amount of hours you put
It's
in.
I don't count the hours because if I do, I'd lose my mind.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that's probably why I'm like I I do a lot of stop and start in a way. Like I preoccupy myself while I'm even working. If I'm focused on something, like I was just doing some layouts yesterday. Layouts to me are the more difficult aspects of comic art because to me that's where I'm actually telling the story. That's where I'm placing the panels, placing,
Hmm.
thinking about where the bubbles go, the speech bubbles, and that's where all the storytelling goes. Once that's done, and I start drafting the actual baselines, the pencils, and the inks, that's the fun part for me. Um, the part that's doing the layouts is super draining, and I know folks that can do it really quickly, and I'm like, I can't. I wish I could. That's the most difficult part for me. That's the part where I'm like, that's where I'm always second guessing myself. That's where I'm always challenging myself and how I can tell the story better. That's how, because to me, that's the core of it. If
Yeah.
if it can't, comics aren't just pretty pictures, they have to tell the story, and that's also why I get frustrated when I receive a script and they're requesting so many things in so many panels. I'm like, you could have told this. You should have told this in 3 pages, but now you're
Okay.
telling it in 1 page, and I hate it. I hate it because as a comic reader, I hate it. As a comic artist, I hate it. So I now have to find a way to communicate that in a more condensed form
Mhm.
and not ruin the pacing, but also get the message across still. And So yeah, it's really draining. It's really draining. But again, that's why I'm like, you have to love it. If you don't love it, get out, find something else. Trust me, you're gonna hate it.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense when you put it that way, the amount of, like, the different aspects to go into putting out a book, like, now it kinda makes sense why there's such, defined roles to have, like, a penciler and,
Mm.
ink and colorer and letterer and all that stuff. It's like everyone does some of those roles, but then when you see some of the books where, like, someone does all of it for a book, it's like, damn, man, that's gotta be love, right?
You have to. Yeah, that's what I
To
mean.
put that effort
That's what I
out,
mean.
like that.
Even with all the different steps, you have to love the process of what it is that you're doing, as in like the step that you're taking.
Yeah,
If you're primarily a penciler and an inker, that's obviously your passion primarily. Some people, they're not into coloring and they don't really know what they're doing. And color art is its own thing itself. Like that requires
yeah,
so much skill just to get the message across. Because at the end of the day, everyone is telling a story. And when you're collaborating with different creatives, you're telling one story, but the best you can in each of your field. If you're doing all the artwork yourself, or even if you're doing I think if you're doing the writing and the artwork, and you and you write too much, then you're an idiot because it's almost like you're the one drawing it. So why
yeah.
can't you figure it out for yourself, right? But that's why it's like when you're working with a writer and you've got a good relationship, they can even do things shorthand in the script that would be better for you to actually, interpret and actually tell the story. I've never, like, the writer that I'm working with for this thing, I've never worked with them before, so
Mhm.
I'm just like, I've gotten to the point where I used to be really strict on myself and try to follow the script as best as I can because I
Right.
want to tell their story. But lately, as in within the last few years, I'm just like, you don't need this many panels. Like you're seeing it differently in your head. Because sometimes like the writer will see things moving in their head or they would tackle it differently. And I'm like, but I'm not going to tackle it that way.
Right.
So
No, that's
I'm
interesting.
gonna reread the actual page and I'm gonna restructure it so that it still has everything that you've written, but not in a way that you've written it. So no choice.
That makes total sense. Figure drawing says creative endeavors tend to be not money makers.
They're
What's a
not,
Rick
no.
Jones? Rick Jones says film design pays more, pays better.
Yeah,
Uh, Dario, he said artistic things.
artistic.
Yeah. Um, Johnny Cock, another really talented dude. If you have a lot of editorial feedback that makes you change things over and over again, they don't know what they want.
I hate that. I hate that. Have a good direction in where you want to go.
So you have, and this is on I want to make sure I don't have crazy information showing on here. This is on Amazon.com at the moment. Random Views, volumes 1 and 2.
And two, yes.
What, like, was this, that what I'm talking about, like 100% you in
Yeah.
in all those roles?
Yeah. Well, I co-wrote it with a buddy of mine
Right.
who I went to uni with. He liked comics as well. He wanted to get into writing. And yeah, I was like, let's work on this. Like I've got a plot, but I like, it's almost like when I get the script, I'm reading it for the first time too, in a way.
Right.
Because they've taken the story that I come up with and then they're just like, yeah, let's flesh it out a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to work on something like that. And yeah, we co-wrote the first and second ones. And yeah, they were super fun. Super fun.
It's awesome, dude. Yeah. I have your Instagram link that has, I think, your link tree on your IG if people want to check out this book and a lot of your other works or get some merch. Definitely give that a click, everybody. It's here in the YouTube video description. I'm gonna open up some stuff here, but the poll in the chat does say, I said, do you believe in, I should have added magic in here. Do you
Magic,
believe in, do you believe in magic? What song is that? Is that McDonald's?
I don't know. I don't think
Do
it's
you
McDonald's
believe in?
specific.
No, that's Toys R Us.
I don't know actually.
Come on, all you men at work people. Do you believe in magic? Where are
Yeah,
you now with your?
that's a minute work as well. No.
Oh my God, can you imagine? Okay, 21% believe in ghosts, 43 believe in aliens, 36% other. Hell yeah! All right, so these are the sets. These are Wendy's kids toys, by the way. Set number 1 has Superman, Supergirl, Lex Luthor. Set 2, Batman, Nightwing, Catwoman. 3 is Wonder Woman, Cyborg, the Cheetah. 4 is the Flash, Batgirl, Gorilla Grodd. I love Gorilla Grodd. He's so cool. 5, Green Lantern, Nubia, Sinestro. 6 is Aquaman, Mira, and Black Manta. And God dang, what is this? High School Creations
Oh,
with a massive
20.
20 memberships. What's going on, Mike? What a way to join this stream and say
I
hello,
know.
dude. Thank you. That's insane. Congrats to half the chat, says Rick Jones. If you got a gifted membership from the very generous High School Creations, please
Do thank him. Yeah.
A, give him a thank you if you're in the chat. B, check out highschoolcreations.com if you're a toy collector and you're looking for a way to display some walls, or display some of your figures. You can get this modular display set called Wall XD that Mike created through his successful Kickstarter, and you can order additional walls, corners, and accessories over on highschoolcreations.com. The incredibly generous man whose name is on the screen right now. And again, if you missed it earlier, channel membership is just a way for you to you get access to the special emojis in the chat that we use a lot here at the live streams. So it kind of, you can use them on me when I make mistakes, or if DK says ambiguously offensive things, we update those often, the emojis for appropriate situations. And there is a channel member video up this week right now that you can watch after the stream or tomorrow. One of my toy hunts from the week, successful hunt. But Mike, dude, good to see you. Thank you so much, man. That is incredible. Hell yeah. All right, so these are the sets. We're gonna open these, and I've just been, again, completely captivated by this very simplistic form factor of a toy. It's not really an action figure. But dude, look, this is a kid's meal. Like, do kids in America like DC? I get that. And then it's like, is it just a classic toy form factor that they're just like, oh, we can use this for children? Do you think?
I mean, they figured out a way, right?
Or
This
these
seems
like
to be the case, yeah.
the parents will come get this. Dude, look at what it comes with inside. A little folio with character cards too.
That's neat.
And yeah, I mean, Wendy's best chicken nuggets in the fast food game and best kids meal toys. And I will debate you on this. Anyone who wants to do a stream later. I believe these illustrations are from Matt Kaufenberg. I think he does the illustrations for these. Yeah, these are so much fun. Let's look at the figures. You got an all red Superman. So I've been watching a lot of videos on how people make Keshi or mold, like cast figures and make a mold out of them and then just make them at home. It's just incredible the amount of detail that you can actually retain from like the original sculpt to mass produce.
So these are proper Keshis.
I mean, like, I don't know how they manufactured these, right? But these are hard. These aren't kind of bendy. Like, let me see, where's my actual Keshi? So these are some of the ones that I found. Like, look what I can do with these, right?
Oh, but the new ones aren't as flexy.
These ones are just barely anything.
Mm.
Which the squishiness does kind of add to it, or is like a key part of it. But I think these are still so much fun.
They're Keshis in a way that they're all one color. And
Yes,
small,
and no
right?
articulation.
Yeah.
And maybe the manufacturing process is similar. And
Mhm.
they have all the dates on here, or like copyright information. Superman's logo is really clear. Lots of detail on Lex Luthor and his suit. I mean, if I was a kid and I got these, I think I'd have fun playing with these. So
You
I'll show
sound
some of the ones
convinced.
that I got. Yeah. I mean, I'm an adult playing with these now. So the logic is, why wouldn't I as a
Right.
child? Especially with those killer nuggets. Look at this, dude. The word T
That
is
is
sculpted
neat.
and
Yeah, that is neat.
raised on this. And he has a teacup for a head. This dude, I think, is a camera. I just realized his body is a camera and his head might be a flash.
Wait, that's from the Superman? The DC
No,
ones?
these are
Oh.
the ones I got at the flea market.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, what
That looks
DC
familiar.
character is that?
What would you say this dude is? I don't know if it's a keychain. Remember the older keychains where it's like the ring on top, and
Maybe.
I thought it was a lawn chair or a
That
steering
one's
wheel.
random.
Wendy's has gone downhill around here, says Rick Jones. What? In what way? Not the toy form. Oh, Craft Collects says, thank you, High School Creations. Heck yeah. What's up, Pock Photos? Yeah, man. This is I'm gonna keep these boxes. Wait, do I need 6 boxes that are the same?
Nah.
Even if I flatten them?
What are you gonna do with the boxes after that?
Feel
Recycle?
guilty about it in 2 years and sell
If you're
and
gonna
throw it
flatten them,
out.
recycle. Yeah.
At least I'll have the cards. All right, I'll have the
Sure.
cards.
Keep the cards. Okay,
Nightwing.
so I opened up Mickey. Articulation isn't the
Yours.
greatest. He looks fantastic. Aesthetically, he looks great. Not a fan of the hip joints. The hip joints are just like one ball peg into a socket, but it doesn't function amazing. And I had to pop his right leg back into it, and it was really difficult. So I think if I move it, it's just going to be a pain and might fall off. But aesthetically, it looks fantastic. So right now, he's kind of the least of the 2 of the 3 that I've opened up. What I've opened up only 2. He looks great though. So I'll give him that. I think I did mainly get these because of how cool they look aesthetically. I wasn't, again, like I said at the start, I knew they weren't going to be, especially after being spoiled by the Reveltech Mickey.
Yeah.
You're not going to top that. That's why I wish that they had continued doing it. But, this is what it is. And they look great. So I'll take that.
Yeah.
Donald looks amazing.
Disney, classic Disney characters is always very tempting.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's one way to get me. That's one way to get me. It's for Disney.
You're very particular. Like, what kind of action figures you want. Like,
Yep.
a lot of the times that it may be a character that you love, but if you look at a promo and it doesn't look like it's going to move the way you want it to,
I can pass.
You're very self-disciplined in that way that you can pass. And whereas a lot of people, obviously I'm projecting onto others that would have just bought it already because I like the character and maybe regret it later. And on that note, I'm gonna have more figures on sale soon, so follow me on Instagram. I am getting rid of some stuff. Shout out to Diggs Figs, who we had a nice trade
nice
in during this week. Dole says, who makes those Disney figures?
More Storm.
It's
a Chinese company, officially licensed. Just a heads up.
Oh, Dole, that I was on Dole's channel last night. He was on Gotham City Tonight Wednesdays, and he was talking about Batman with Kyle, and I brought up this absolute. Have you seen this design yet?
Yeah, I did fan art randomly, kind of a mocking fan art.
Mocking fan
If you
art?
go, yeah, if you go to my Instagram, I posted it like 2 weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks. I did it as a joke because I was like, this character is ridiculous. Let's draw him a
Right?
little bit more ridiculous.
Oh, this one is like filled up the
Yeah,
whole panel.
yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember this. Uh,
It's a magnet hat. It's
oh,
not a
that was for
strong
Batman
magnet.
Day that you did it, right?
Yes, yes. I think
You posted it.
maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that's so good. I would buy that. Looks like a vinyl toy.
That's what I was
That would sell.
thinking when I was drawing. I was like, this would work as a vinyl because sometimes you can get really ridiculous with those things, especially like you got a lot of the designer vinyls that you see
Yeah,
where it's like let's play around with the character. I'm like, yeah, let's do that. And I didn't
that would.
to me, I'm like, this is how I imagine the absolute Batman because I'm like, he's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous Batman.
So this DC All In, it's all in, but I have no clue what's
You're not all
happening.
in?
I'm assuming I'm partially, I'm a little bit
Okay.
in, not fully deep in. But I think it's just another reboot, or
Yeah.
but of the whole DC universe, I guess. Every once in a while things get stale, but I'm not mad at it though, because it's like, what do you think? We've heard the Bruce Wayne story like over and over.
Mhm.
Is Do we want another retelling of the same story, or do you just continue with the character, or is it weird to reboot like the main books into like a whole what if universe,
I
or a whole
like
separate?
Elseworld stories because it's a
Yeah.
way to kind of get new things, but in a way, in general, I know it's easier to get new readers into an Elseworld book than it is to say get new readers into a completely new
Okay.
property.
Oh,
And
Haunt Your Dream says it's another world. Okay.
yeah, it's another way. It's not like it's not a reboot where it's like, yeah, the old DC does no longer exist. I'm like, no, it's just there's just an alternate reality at this point, right?
Okay.
So it's neat, and I understand why people have to do it because again, it's easy to get people into like characters that you are sort of familiar with, but not
Yeah.
now because it's new, as opposed to like, hey, here's a new character. It's sort of like Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, but they're not.
The Whisper is. I
Yeah,
mean,
because you
got
have
my
to get
sale.
that. Yeah, exactly. And some of the arts for it's been wicked. And again, so it's fun. It's who knows if it's gonna last.
Mhm.
Especially these days, it's just like let's try to do something new to capture the audience as best as we can. And if it doesn't, then hey, we still got the old one to rely on, right? And you picked
Um,
it up, so it obviously did something.
so as a fan of Batman, I'm not, Bat Force Grump level, uh, where I'm familiar with so many storylines, artists, or that I remember many things. But there are some core things about Batman that I do know. And reading this, I'm not mad at it. It was
Okay.
pretty fun to read.
You enjoyed it? That's awesome.
Yeah, that's my 8
Donald's my
Canadian
favorite.
dollars. I
I've
like the show. Oh, and a bow tie.
got a bow tie, but yeah, it's
Hell
like
yeah.
I like this because you can just I've got enough like spare 1/6 and 1/12 clothing, so expect me to just put new clothes
Just
on
be
these
messing with
things.
those.
Yeah. Again, they're dolls. I mean, who are we kidding?
Yeah.
It's soft goods.
They are dolls.
They are dolls.
They
Mezcos,
are.
they're dolls. It's fine. They're dolls. That's
You
it.
should do a April 1st logo that says they are dolls.
They are dolls. Like I just like put an X above not.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
Or like
dolls.
Jokerize
Yeah.
it and
Oh, just put the actual Joker smile on it and everything too while I'm at it.
I feel like Joker would be more clever than just it's like saying not at the end of the sentence. Like he'd come up with something better.
Depends which Joker. I could see Jared Leto Joker doing that instead because it's lame.
Are you a fan of the other Joker?
Which one?
The part 2 that just came out?
I haven't watched the first one or the.
You haven't watched the first one?
Here's the thing. I don't care.
Mm.
Like, I understand. Like, oh, cool. It's a new take on the Joker, and I'm like, yeah, but that has to be part of Batman's story because they are together.
Mhm.
The characters that go. That's why all those Sony Marvel movies where there's
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
adjacent.
characters, but then Spider-Man adjacent.
Yeah.
I don't care for any of them because it's like if you're not involving the actual character that you originally came from origin wise,
Right.
why should I care? It's like, oh cool, now Craven's a hero. Get out of here. You're not. You're not. Or you got superpowers of animals now. Get out, dude. What are you
Okay.
doing?
What if it's like this Kevin Feige move where it's like you introduce an Iron Man and
Sure.
then a Thor and then a Cap and then they do all these and then it's some new Sinister Six all of a sudden and then he has to battle Spider-Man. At that point, would you be like, okay,
No,
it was
because
a really bad long con.
you've already still like changed the origin of it. Like with Venom, for example, right?
Mhm.
Eddie Brock doesn't get the symbiote first. It's never been the case.
Right.
Right now, it's a cool. Is it a symbiote movie? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not Venom. He looks sort of Venom-ish. He doesn't even have the spider. And for all
Yeah.
we know, he can probably get the spider at the end of this movie or some garbage. Who knows?
It's
Right?
literally what we're talking about here, but in movie form.
Pretty much. But it's
Yeah,
like,
a whole
and the
different
thing is, I'm not gonna say like, if you enjoyed it, that's brilliant. They did their job. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna force myself to sit through something which I don't really care about. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's cool that it exists, but there's so many things out there that I do want to actually look and watch and read that I don't even have the time to. So why
Yeah,
would I waste
exactly.
my time on consuming this, which I'm not gonna watch it to hate watch it, for example. There's no point in that.
There may be a market for that though.
Hate
Have you
watching? I'm
seen
sure it exists. I'm sure it
so not
exists.
even Madam Web?
Oh no.
That's
Not
such a
even as
yeah,
a joke.
it's such a weird one to pick.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that one really came out of nowhere for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't paying attention or the marketing behind it wasn't that crazy. Um Yo, let's do can I do a plug for on the topic of soft goods? Some soft goods real quick.
Sure.
I came to you with an idea
Yes.
that I've had for a while and I'm like, let's I know somebody who not just like a random artist, but somebody who knows the character and who likes the character and would be able to do like a design justice. So the logo mascot, dare say mascot on this channel is, the mythological character Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. And I wanted to do like a shirt design. So I reached out to you, Chamba. You've done Monkey King designs before. I have one of your Monkey King shirts. And I'm like, dude, like, would you be interested in doing something like this and creating a design? And I don't know, it took you like, I don't think it even took that long. Like, you're like, what kind of looks, what kind of inspirations did you want? It's like an original Sun Wukong look, and we just added some details together. I'll let you know like the pose, the text that I wanted on there, and dude, you knocked this thing out. And so I was able to do like a year later now to put the shirt out. But I was really looking for like the right
Timing, right?
t-shirt base,
Oh yeah, the
right?
base. Because
The
you're
right
doing this all in home, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you got to get it right for sure.
Exactly. And I've done t-shirts before. It's like, yeah, you can put it on a Gildan and whatever, and maybe you never wear it again. And you can do like the direct to garment printing, but on black, like we discuss this all the time. Like it rarely prints well on
Mhm.
black. You gotta put the solution on the shirt before and it kind of dyes it, so then they can put colors because it's hard to print it on black. So I had to like source the right printing process. But now like the shirt went up for sale a few days ago. I had a limited run of 20 units. And yeah, thank you for everyone who's already bought a shirt so far. I think there's like 2 units left after that. Like that's it. I only
Nice.
have 20-ish prints. But dude, like it's on a Uniqlo. I sent you one, right?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
I
sent
love
you.
it.
Thank God. I was like, oh my God, did I forget?
Yeah. I was gonna wear it today, but I was like, nah, not yet. I'll wear it next time.
Next time. Let me see. It's on a Uniqlo Aerism tee. This is the one I have. Have you washed yours yet?
Yeah, several times.
And it's like a vinyl print on the back that the colors just keeps.
It's non-stretch, like the actual image is non-stretch, which is perfectly fine. But
Yeah,
yeah, the fabric itself is so comfortable, dude.
and there's a logo on the front. Yeah, dude. I just want to say this rocks. And do you have anything to say about the design while we have it up here? And then that'll be
Uh,
the end of the
that it
plug.
was fun to do. I had a lot of fun. It's always fun drawing the Monkey King because there's so many iterations of him and there's so many ways you can actually depict the character.
Yeah.
I think you sent me some images as far as like the look goes, and I think it was like there was something that looked watercolorish,
Yeah.
and so I went with like a textured brushes.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's to me, it's always fun drawing in that approach because I don't really draw comics in that approach. Do you know what I mean?
That's
So
the thing.
I like experimenting as far as artistic styles go. I want to do it more in comics, but it's also I don't know what they're after.
Hmm.
And if I were to make stuff for myself, I get to experiment the most. But if it's for somebody else, it's like, okay, what are they after? You know, what do they want?
That was exactly what I wanted to look like an old painting.
Mhm.
Like an old classic painting. It would be on a scroll or something crazy like that in an old book. And yeah, you're right. It's your style is vastly different. Like there's like a lot of really like dark lines and a lot of shadows, shading, things like that, in your colors. And I'm like, this. So when I saw this, it wasn't your style that I normally see, but it was perfect.
Because yeah, you also have to consider what it's for, right?
Mhm.
I think different artwork works better for different mediums. Um, yeah, I think something more bold. That's why I went for darker lines. But with the texture that you were after, as far as the references go, I'm like, cool, that should be fun. I always want to experiment with the different brushes and whatnot. So this one was really really fun to work on.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so if you want to grab a t-shirt, it's available on my website, toyingaround.ca. It's an original piece by this man right above me. And I think channel members or patrons get a discount code. So if you're interested, let me know. And that's part of the membership. Oh, especially the new members. Awesome.
Yeah, any
Welcome.
of the
Thank
new
you.
members.
Hell yeah. All right. Back to comics. You put me on to manga.
Hmm.
I don't think you even forced it on me. It's just because every week on your IG stories,
I
you
always share it.
you
I share it as if I work for him, but no,
Yeah,
I just love
yeah.
it. I
And
love it.
I'm like, okay, I'm finally gonna give this thing a shot, because you were going on about it wouldn't stop actually. No,
I don't stop. It's no, I'll be honest. It's kind of it's one of my favorites. As in like because I remember when it first dropped as a manga,
Mhm.
I was just browsing the apps. What was it? It was the Shonen Jump app and also the Viz app, and it was like, oh, new this week, and I was like,
Right.
cool, I'll check that out. As in, so just before it even began, I was like, I mean, the artwork alone is like the premise. I was like, that's also random and interesting. Let's
Yeah.
check it out. And yeah, I'm so glad I did because it's been consistently one of my favorites every week. That and One Piece have been like holding it down as far as like manga readings go.
So there was a preview night of the first 3 episodes of the anime. And, in that time, I had to kinda explain to DK, like, who I told him to go watch with me, and my wife and tons of other people along the way, like, what this is about.
Right.
And as the person who, brought this to me, how would you describe this to somebody, um, especially because there's 168 chapters to read, and then there's 2 episodes to a
Mhm.
new anime out and toys coming out soon. How would you describe this?
It was what? A guy that's into UFOs and aliens challenges
Mhm.
a girl who's into ghosts to basically prove the other one right or wrong, really. like there are two opposites, personalities.
Yeah.
The girl is a gyaru. That's the whole makeup, heavy makeup. They wear the clothes. They're kind of rebels in a way. And the guy's a geek. He's a geek in a way that he's a loner.
Yeah.
And yeah, they challenged each other to kind of prove each other right, and things happen.
As DK
And
would
in
say,
the end,
shit happens.
yeah, and in the end, they proved each other right.
Yes. And so I was very like, I can't even describe it. That's probably the best, but like all the different arcs afterwards are very different, but
Yes.
also very kind of familiar at the same time. And when we talk about pacing in comics, and when you read something to be captivated, and what you're reading and making sure each panel tells it well. I don't think I've ever read anything where I kind of feel like goosebumps from a comic that like, holy shit,
There's
I can't
moments
believe that
in
just
this
happened.
where
And this,
you don't know a certain character, or you think a character's one way, and then they'll give you backstories, and then you'll tear up. I tear up all the time.
yeah,
I can feel emotion when I read or when I watch as well. Like, it's very evident. It's weird because like in reality, sometimes I'm like, emotion doesn't really strike me as much.
yeah,
But when I'm reading something, I'm completely in, and when I'm completely in, that's when it takes over. So, and there's stories, there's parts, there's arcs in this actual manga where I'm like, oh, that crushed me.
yeah.
That
So after
crushed.
like 168 chapters, because so I
Yeah.
caught up on everything, which I
Yeah.
rarely do. I started to see a pattern, and I messaged you because I know I'm like, oh boy, here we go, here comes the waterworks, which is not a bad thing.
No.
It's the way that it's written,
Yes.
that these characters that you're just like, holy shit, how is this in like a black and white. I don't want to dumb it to like just a comic. Like it's not just
Mhm.
that, like it's but it is, and then what, and for me to read this many comics and this many chapters, I think one of the things that sort of was the artwork. Um, like some
So
of the
good.
really like detailed looks on everything. Like a lot of the line work was just like, you look at it, and it looks like a lot, but it's also like pieced together
Mhm.
really beautifully. And I'm like, this is cool, man. Like this just and the best part, my favorite part was that I saw this panel that was so dope. I screenshotted it and I sent it to you and I said, dude, this is sick. And you're like,
Yeah.
I know, I put that on a t-shirt because I love that panel also.
Yeah.
And it's not like, yo, check this out. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna put on a shirt. It's like, no, we both got to that same
Yeah.
point based purely on the visual work. So like it's crazy.
It's really good. I know at the start, it's weird because I've seen people comment on the first episode because there's some scenes where it's like,
Yeah.
that's getting a little far. And I'm like, if you think about it, what is aliens usually related to?
Yes.
Alien abduction is related to probing and testing, right?
Yes.
Of humans. So what did they show? That. It's also, they showed you how scary it actually can be. Like, how do you attach that to something that's actually that's more relatable to just regular people? Assault. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not a cool thing at all. So combine those two things, which essentially is what it is. And yeah, it's supposed to be a nightmare. It's not done, it's not represented in a way to be
It's not to be
like
dirty.
cheesecake. No, it's not to be dirty or cheesecake
Yeah.
at all. And also, uh, it's how it awakens, her ability in a sense.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a spoiler, mild spoiler.
Yeah.
But
So Brick, like are you referring to like Brick's comment?
sure. The thing is also like, your 11-year-old, by the way, would be reading this manga in Japan. So that's the thing. Like, this isn't. It's slightly more mature than the shonen thing, but it is still shonen. And the thing that gets me all the time is that when people go, "Oh, the age rating, this shouldn't be for kids," and I'm like, so you're never going to teach them about some things. Then are you going to kind of shield them from some things? If you're reading or you're watching it with your child, that's when you can actually explain it to them,
Mm.
right? Isn't that the time where you can actually tell them about these things and tell them what's going on, why it's not good, and why certain things happen, right? So I understand wanting to censor certain things, and also in a way, it's like I know some people. I was looking online where I didn't even look for it; it just appears, right? People are like, oh, that stuff wasn't cool, and I'm like, it's not supposed to be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't
It's a
even.
it's a shitty situation.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just an alien abduction.
yeah. But also not just that. What happened to Ocaran too?
Yeah.
He got possessed. Like, what
Yeah.
happened to him? People gloss over as if it's a joke, and I'm like, that's the opposite version. Like, that's essentially what happened to her. That's what was happening to her, but just on his end, and it actually did happen. So,
Yeah.
but that's fine because it's a guy, right? So I'm like, come on, man. There has to be some balance in there sometimes too.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's not people. I think people fear that this is what the manga was going to be because some people saw that as like, oh, this is supposed to be raunchy and cheesy. I'm like, if you found that raunchy, man, get your head checked
Yeah.
because that's not supposed to be that at all.
Yeah. That's a good point.
And there's also not a lot of that at all in the manga.
No, it's not like that. But
Not
I
even a
agree,
little.
Brick. It is a little bit like surprising, right?
It's supposed to catch you off guard in that sense.
Yeah. And but the whole so when Boba Squadron would do breakdowns of Obi-Wan Kenobi or what's the other acolyte, right? People were like, "Oh, some of these are meant to be shown together as opposed to watching it week after week." It has a different vibe to it. And I never really went back to watch those shows all together because I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna make a difference to me. But having seen the first 3 episodes of Dandadan together in theater versus
works so
watching
well.
the first, yeah, it works so well because the next episode just picks up right where it is, and you see that the show is not like what the first episode kind of moved into that direction. So it's kind of stops at the right point in episode 1. But since episode 1 came out last week and I watched it again and I'm like, okay, I could see why someone might be concerned. But if you
Sure.
watch it together, like now I'm experiencing that, like, hey, watch it together. It's a different feel.
I also think they handled it differently, like in the actual anime, how they showed, say, when they showed the aliens, like
Yeah.
about to place her on the chair, they did it in still shots.
Yeah.
And I thought that was genius because had they shown it in full animation, it probably would have been even way more than too much.
Yeah.
So the still
Very
shots
jarring.
creates the impact, and then you're in that scene already. So it's, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's as far as interpretation goes, but I wouldn't be. I'd be fine showing this to my nephews, no problem. It's just you have to let them know what, and obviously if they were educated a little bit more, they'd probably understand that this is not supposed to be cool, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh, those aliens are doing inappropriate things. What is that? Baguette?
Yeah, it's baguette. This is random as.
Dude, check out all the scales on Aquaman. Hold on.
He looks cool.
There's all the texture on his fish suit.
He doesn't have his trident.
No, he doesn't. A lot of these don't have extra weapons. I don't know if that's manufacturing process. There's Mira and what's his name? Black Manta. One thing that popped up this week, this might only be this is something for like me, you, Rick Dom, who's in the chat, who's seen Dandadan, or Brick, or who's seen Dandadan. But real quick, the one of the main the other main character, Momo, is in love with a certain actor, Takakura Ken.
Takakura Ken, yeah.
I have been looking for this movie called Mr. Baseball to rewatch, starring Tom Selleck.
Mm-hmm.
Just so like, I could make, poke fun at Yoko when we go to Japan and all this stuff about Mr. Baseball going to Japan. Do you know? Have you seen that movie, Chamba?
Maybe as a child. As a kid, I watched so many flicks. Some of them
Yeah.
stuck more than others, right? But there's a
Yeah.
chance that I have.
So Tom Selleck is a major league baseball player. He's kind of washed up. No team wants him. They end up trading him to Japan. A Japanese baseball team picks him up.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think is the actor that plays the coach on that Japanese baseball? Yes.
Oh, he stars in a lot of movies, by the way.
Dude, I didn't know anything about him. So when
Okay.
I read that name in the manga, I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
that's just a name. Maybe he's a real person, or maybe that
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that world, that's somebody that
Mhm.
this main character is into.
Mhm.
Imagine my fucking surprise
Yeah.
when the credits roll on Mr. Baseball, which I'm watching purely as a joke, by the way, just troll a friend. The name is in
Yeah.
the credits. He's the head coach. I'm like, oh
Yep.
my god, this is insane. I have to tell.
That's brilliant.
Tom.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so good.
brilliant. That's
It's
brilliant.
so much fun. Higgins. Which one is Higgins in Mr. Baseball? That sounds familiar. Hey, what's up, collecting brothers? And Rick. Yeah, Dragon Ball is supposed to drop at either 9 or 10 Pacific. I got an email from Crunchyroll and I posted it on my IG. I think it's 1 o'clock Eastern. As for Dragon Ball, sorry. So that's going to be tomorrow. On the topic of Dragon Ball, Chamba, I've seen you at cons. You've you've got some great outfits that definitely are easy to locate you.
Yeah,
in a
it's
crowd, in a
easy to find
sea
me
of
in a
people.
crowd.
Yes.
Yeah.
So on the topic of fashion
Yes.
and Dragon Ball, this was
Yes.
released this week. Would you wear this?
Wait till it loads up. I saw this. It's $70.
Is it $70?
Yeah.
Okay. Money. If money were not an issue,
Money isn't supposed money isn't much an issue. I mean, this thing is so weird. Would I wear it as a joke? Yeah.
yeah. Also,
We
I
have
dig the
one
shirt on the
life.
left too.
Yeah, no, the one on the left is wicked. If that's if I can snag that. I mean, the one on the right's pretty sick too.
Yeah.
That beanie is
Oh, that's Jackie Chun.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And I would because look at it.
That looks like so much fun.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Don't take yourself too seriously, you know what I mean? Have fun.
Yeah.
This thing is real. This thing is real.
I need maybe if there's like a knockoff or similar hat. I think I've seen Etsy ones for like baby hats.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
knitted hats like this.
Plus, I mean, when it's winter, bro, you just walk around like Goku.
Can you imagine if I just drop my kids off at school in the winter and like get out of the car? Huge. Actually, that's not. What does that look like? The Goku with like the kind of racing jacket look.
That's what I'm saying. Like the just the regular casual look, man.
Yeah. Doesn't he normally wear Hawaiian shirts or like bowling shirts on casual?
He has a baseball jacket too.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like I want to custom make the Krillin's one. It's like a green and yellow jacket.
Krillin one. Let me
Krillin's got this jacket where it's green and yellow, and I want one. I want one so bad that I was looking into a place to get it custom made.
This?
Yeah, I think it's gangster, dude.
By the way, DK, this is how you Google for a specific article of clothing. Krillin.
I mean, I already
jacket.
custom made that hat. I've got that hat. Red and blue, the whole works.
Oh man,
and I want that jacket. Doesn't even have to have that actual patch on the side, just the jacket. But it's very specific. That's the thing. Like the closest I can get is the green body, the yellow sleeves, and the yellow on the waistline. But it's hard to get the yellow within the collar.
Right.
That's the difficult part.
This is like a cosplayer look.
Yeah, I don't want a cosplay. I want an actual jacket, because like I've seen cosplayers' clothes and it's neat, right? But it's also like it's made for cosplay. I want something that's just an actual jacket.
Yeah, I want to be able to wear it and go out and not have to worry about, tape or something like
Exactly.
flowing off of
You
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 as
understand
every step you
exactly.
take.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
I don't want it to be a performance when I go out.
I could
I
learn it.
wanna
So
relax.
I used to know people that were like seamstress and stuff, but it's like, yeah, maybe one day.
Mario would rock a Super Saiyan one.
Just a vest?
No, I think the hair, the beanie.
Oh, okay, okay. What about a Vegeta? I know Largo said, "I'll wait till a Vegeta one happens." I'm like, how would you do the Widow's Peak? Would that go like creep onto
Yeah,
your
that
forehead?
they have to add the flesh parts, uh, to really build out that look. Let me
Hmm.
see.
See, it's people are suggesting things about what team jackets. It's not just the color; it's the cut. I'm telling you, man, it's got to be specific. It can't just be like, oh, it's close enough. I don't want to be close enough, dude.
It's funny that we pick up on these things because when you did, Avengers Tech On, you
Mm.
drew Peter Parker in his
Yeah,
animated
I did.
series,
I
Polo,
did.
the color block Polo, and I'm
Yes.
like, "I know that shirt.
Yes.
I want
Exactly.
that." You're like, "Dude, I
Yeah.
had to put it in there."
Absolutely. I think there was a seller that did
Yeah,
there was like an official release of that shirt. I missed out on it annoyingly.
yeah,
I would 100%. I haven't rocked a polo in ages, but
neither
I
have I.
would wear that. I would wear that. All right, I'm gonna put these away so I can open up the second thing. This
Yeah,
set
I'll
is nice. It's not perfect, kind of what I was expecting. It's what I expected it to be. So the Storm one, Donald Duck is my favorite of the set though. I
Yeah,
think
I
he
think
came out the best. Mickey, I might have to like put shock oil on his hip joint, maybe, but
oh,
I'm
shoot.
afraid I might get too loose, so I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with Mickey. But he looks fine as is. But yeah, Donald is my favorite, which I kind of knew as well.
Is he your favorite character, though?
I love Donald Duck. Yeah, he's the best. I like that subtitles are necessary sometimes.
It's
Um,
hard to do the voice.
yeah, okay. Not gonna bother trying.
No, I was really hoping to kinda goad you into it.
No, no, it's not gonna
Damn.
happen.
Damn,
It's not
damn,
my
damn.
first rodeo.
It's not my first time on this channel.
Yeah, it's not my first time. Just talking
He's
about
like, "I
this
know."
as well.
He's like, "I know what you're about on here."
Yeah. No. All right, let's
For
put these
Daima,
away.
though, have you pre-ordered anything?
Oh yes, I picked up kid version of Goku. I think with Vegeta and Piccolo, I'll pick them up eventually, but I wanted to pre-order the kid Goku
Yeah.
and the new version of Vegeta and Goku, the adult forms. I got those too.
What do you think it is about this that looks so different, but also so good?
It's modern Toriyama,
Yeah.
and I think that's what a lot of people were fussing about. They're like, it looks too different. I'm like, if you look at Toriyama's like his most recent illustrations, this is pretty much captures it to a T.
I think
So
this looks killer.
yeah, it does. It's interesting the articulation that they're going with. It's like a single knee joint, but I'm hoping that it's similar to the way that SH Figuarts did Tanjiro's legs
Yeah.
for the S, because those knees are some of the best they've ever done. And if Dragon Ball, if the Dragon Ball line decided to adopt that style, I'm all on board.
Hell yeah. I mean,
But
I
yeah,
didn't
they
know.
look great.
I thought my Gohan and Goku set from San Diego would be my last Goku to
Nah,
buy,
that
and
wasn't gonna
then,
happen.
no, they
That
know what
was,
they're doing,
of
especially
course,
with the
that's
new
not gonna
show coming
happen.
out.
Yeah, they said last set, they laughed at you. That
They
was
didn't
a
even know
last
me.
set. No.
It's
Also, I
like
was
in
looking at
the TVA. There's like a TV screen somewhere, and they just get the
exactly. They
notification.
just they're eating their snacks laughing. I was looking at this Goku, and he comes with two separate skirt pieces, one that's kind of straight and one that's more flowy. I'm wondering if you can just, because it's a different design from the classic one.
Yeah,
I
the
would
other one doesn't
I'm
have the skirt part.
yeah. Well, it does, but it's more flowy. One's flowy and one's just straight. But the original one doesn't have it, right?
But yeah, the
So
original one. Yeah, I'm saying the original doesn't have it.
I'm wondering if I pop this off, put just a regular sash around this one, and it looks more classic. See how that looks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, this one
I'm
has the
sure. I'm
sash
sure I'll give it a
tying in the
shot.
back, right?
I don't know, but yeah, I'll probably give it a shot once it comes out. All right, Tom. I'm gonna open up this one.
Hell yeah.
The
Oh,
Ernest
Plastic
Ball
Bubble,
one.
what's going on? Thank you for the super chat. Says Oakland A's colors. Yeah, the green and
For
yellow.
sure. It's just again, it's the specific cut.
The Green Bay Packers. That works too. Yeah, man. So this is tomorrow on Crunchyroll or Netflix if you've got it. The show's coming out. You can pre-order this and Adult Vegeta, $49.99 Canadian. So these two are going to be the introductory.
I love
SHS
that
price.
Entry level prices is my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, and the cross arms, and then there's the kid ones that are on pre-order too. So I'm getting the kid ones, Goku, and then if I like the show, I'll get Vegeta and Piccolo.
Same. I'm probably gonna pick them up if I see them. Like, they'll probably be out by the time you're in Japan next year, right?
That's the thing.
Maybe?
I was messaging you like,
Maybe.
if I'm out there, it would be great. It would be San Diego, the San Diego conundrum again, where it's like I pre-ordered these, but now.
Oh wait, did you
here
pre-order
in
all of them?
Japan-
Like, but did you pre-order Vegeta? I thought you did not pre-order Vegeta.
No, I didn't. It would be
So then maybe you can pick a Vegeta.
yeah, and we changed our flights. We're flying out of Narita, which I know has a bunch of toy Bandai shops in that airport.
I love that airport.
Have you
dude.
flown out of Haneda?
I've never flown out of Haneda because I don't fly directly to Australia. I've only flown out of Narita, but Narita's updated their stores inside, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, it'd be weird to walk into a plane with like the Godzilla -1 box just in my
Not at all,
hands. I'm
dude.
like, yeah. But they
But you don't
understand it.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like when you leave Disney, right? And the airlines know that people buy lightsabers. You know, they
Yeah.
make them at Disney, and they're prepared for that stuff, right? So,
That's
like,
true.
obviously, Japan, it's not gonna. I understand. You normally see people with clear bags filled with cigarettes or booze from duty free, and we're like, got the
by the way,
entire.
it's not me being embarrassed about it. I just don't want to have to carry more stuff on the flight.
No, that's the hack. Because that doesn't count towards your.
I know.
No,
It's a bit of a smart ass play.
Yeah, if
That-
anything, yeah, like you said, it's retail.
I don't
but
want to shove it
for-
up top and then someone
No, you'd be playing with it.
slams their bag in there. Oh, I'll be on the flight like playing with Godzilla,
Yeah.
losing all the little pieces. Don't want
Or
that.
you'll just be like me with like this pile of Keshi.
Yeah, in front of you. Well, Keshi is fine because they're only like there's no loose parts, right? They're just
Yeah,
kind
you
of
could
solids.
Lose, dude. Look at this Grodd compared to
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
also the Cyborg. These are fun, but these would be scattered all over my seat on the plane. Like I get up to the washroom and like, sir, your son is running around on the plane. Like, no, this is actually my seat, and these are my toys.
Will you be buying a lot of Keshi when you're there?
If it's available. And
There's a lot of the newer ones, the Kinnikuman ones, where they have articulation.
Oh, really? Do you have to put
Yeah,
them together?
Give me a second. Let me see if I can
Like a
grab
sprue?
one. Yeah. It's little ones.
Yeah. Rick Jones says Goku looks great. Yeah, I really like it. I'm gonna grab that. Does Goku look like a child in recent Toriyama art? It's off-putting to me, says Pletho. I have to look up some recent art. For me, it's the roundness of Daima.
All right.
Are they rounder?
I'm back.
Yeah.
Check out that. That's the original one, right?
Okay.
It's like an original Keshi. That's a one that I picked up within the last few years. This is a more recent one, I suppose, but it's basically a recreation of the older school ones. New Keshi. This has articulation.
Whoa. What is it made out of though? Like plastic? Plastic?
It's more plasticky.
Mm.
It's not like the rubber material, but this is like fully articulated.
Is it? It doesn't look loose at all. The articulation.
No, they're tight, dude. These are awesome.
Wait, what?
It's wicked.
Is that legal?
Yeah, they've made a bunch of them now. I'm kind of wishing they eventually like add color to it.
Yeah.
Because these would make amazing just mini figs.
Oh,
So they've got ball joint ankles, they got ball hips, they've got single joint, double joint knees, single elbows. ball shoulders, but they've got the ball in the elbow, so you can rotate it at the elbow. Hands rotate.
They don't
Ball
have
neck.
swappable hands or anything, do they?
I don't think they
Because I feel like that's
do.
taking it too far. That's crossing
Yeah,
crossing a certain line because like now it's a full action figure with accessories and
right.
hands and things.
So yeah, I only picked up one. I think I was gonna pick up more, but I'm like, I'll be back. And that's the thing. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I'm flying back end of next month for conventions. So yeah, expect me to have a handful more of these when I get
Hell
back.
yeah, dude.
So yeah, that's what the new ones and compared to the old ones. So they're much larger. But here I've got a body coon here just for height comparison.
I feel like someone on I think I saw one of those kits on Facebook Marketplace recently. Brick
They're like
says, "Are those
$4
how are
bucks.
those sold?"
These are capsules, gachapon.
Ooh,
Gotchas. I think they were like 400 yen.
that's so cheap.
Yeah,
That's so cheap.
and I mean, I'm gonna be in Ikebukuro for like 2 days where I'm wandering around by myself, and I'm looking forward to it. They've got like one of the world's largest gachapon centers there at
Oh yeah,
Sunshine
yeah, yeah.
City. Yeah.
I think Yoko
And
did a video on that.
yes,
Yeah.
correct. And
See, Yoko, I watch your videos.
and I last time I was there, I bought a handful, but I felt I reserved myself. I'm gonna go a little bit more crazy this time. We'll see.
Like that. And then we can
We'll see.
share in the joy of this together. You'll be like, Kev, look at
Yeah.
how much I got.
Yeah.
And then they can fit in between the space. So what I didn't know about when you go to Japan and you're not from there, you can buy things tax-free. Like you show your passport from Canada and they're like, oh, you spent over 500 yen or whatever.
I forget about that, and I just don't even bother sometimes. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, but like sometimes, so they'll put it in the clear bag and they'll seal it for you, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't click to me that it's duty free. Like I don't think I'm supposed to consume it in the country because I'll be in a store and I'll buy toys and a drink because like, you're walking around, you need a beverage. And I'm like, oh, why did they seal the bag all the time? I have to tear through it.
And that's why I don't bother.
Whoops.
Because
Anyway,
I'm like, sure, I can
Japan,
save like a couple. I'm like, it's fine. Text me. Because like even if you're texting me here, it's still way cheaper. Say if I were to get it overseas. Plus what, I'm gonna hold on to these sealed before I get home. Who are you kidding?
I want these on the plane.
Exactly. I want to go to my hotel room, open them up.
Oh,
Which
man.
I'm gonna do.
Well, that's a lesson learned for next time. And to the Japanese government, I offer you my sincerest apologies.
I'll do it for books though. I'll do it for books.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some books. I'll do it for books.
Like as an artist, I think that makes sense. But for you to buy books and stuff out there, I don't think I would. It's just a lot of weight to carry.
It is a lot of weight, but my goodness, it is so cheap.
Like you wouldn't, and you wouldn't. It'd be harder than finding it from the seat of your computer back home.
It can be difficult. Like I end up spending way more hours just browsing, and whereas online I'll need to know the exact name of things. That can be difficult in itself. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see when I get there. Honestly, I have no idea. We'll see if I pick up any figures. I say this now, but yeah, I'm probably gonna buy some stuff. It's almost a guarantee.
Yeah, we know what's happening, dude. Her hair looks it's really good. The movement.
I have to try and mod her.
Torso.
Yeah.
What's with that? I think you did it for
I did it for
the other dude.
It doesn't really give too much like extra range, but it gives enough so that there's a bit, even just a little bit more crunch is more than enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my god, look at this thing.
Yeah, it's wicked. I'm waiting for a company. You know how we're getting all these like Chinese companies doing fantasy creatures and like tigers and saber-toothed cats and whatnot?
Yeah.
Make a white tiger, thanks. That's all. I don't want a statue. Give me a white articulated tiger. I don't even care how big it is.
Yeah,
Just
to go with her.
yeah, because that would look wicked.
Oh my god, dude, look at this.
Yeah, that's kind of a pain to attach on, but she looks cool in it.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of
very
moving
Ghost in a
parts.
Shell.
Yep.
So this thing's supposed to transform into a motorcycle. I'm not going to do that because I have to look at instructions and I want to get it right. It's not really transformable. It's like you have to pull it apart, and it's like a parts former more so. Like you could see it is a parts former. You could see the parts there. It's like there's the wheel, there's the other wheel there.
Not as catchy as
parts formers.
Yeah,
it's
parts
the KO.
formers.
It's
robot
a KO.
fall in parts.
Robots parts together. It's not.
Have you
good.
seen Transformers 1?
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Right, it was fun.
Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Very.
You gonna pick up any of the figures?
No.
No. Okay.
I rated it as I would buy toys, but that's not the same as actually doing it. It's
I
like
want
not.
toys.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind toys.
Yes.
But
yeah.
And yeah, this room is a goddamn disaster. I hope DK gets some, and I'll maybe some YOLO park or something. I'll just go
enjoy
over
it
and
from
play.
him.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. She's tiny.
Dude, tiny figures, man. I just keep going deeper and deeper into like from 1/12, which I thought was like the end all be all of my collection when I first started. And then now TVC, and then now freaking Joy Toy and Keshi and things like that. It's just the smaller versions of small figures that we already know.
Not to mention Hot Wheels.
Damn it.
Dude,
you're not wrong.
I used to love Micro Machines.
Oh yeah, we love Micro Machines on this channel. Look at this Flash.
I don't really get Flash vibes out of that one.
Because there's not enough
yeah, he doesn't have the little
ears.
things sticking out. Plus the pose. I think it's just so I'm kind of standing there still, not really running, not even prepping.
It's the one thing that he does, and he's not doing it in this form. What are you gonna do? Run faster.
Yeah.
Run faster, Barry.
I can't run. I'm stuck.
She's so cool.
Do you like that they're all in red?
As opposed to what, like their actual colors?
Like individual colors. Like Superman would be blue. Batman would be gray, maybe.
So you can. That's the thing. You can get the same characters, the same pack out in each box, but in like all blue or all green, all purple. Okay. Yeah, so you can go and get all of these in blue.
You just wanted all red though.
That was the only seller that had all of them, all 6 boxes, and for $17, I'm like, I like the red. It's kind of close to, I guess, the fleshy tone look of Kineku Man.
What the heck?
John to the Ross, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Nightmare Nemo, what's up? Good to see you here. Somebody said Legendary Poser says white articulated tiger on the way from Fury Toys ? Met Toys on 5K soon, I think.
Don't say I think. Be sure.
Yeah, Legendary Poser. It's just a big. It didn't help at all. This guy.
Partially helpful, partially not. Let's check now.
Chamba, do you dig for comics at cons or comic shops when you're in the States?
Not much anymore. I do look for art books. Comics is kind of and it's weird. I work in comics and I haven't really read much recent comics, but I like sequential art. That's basically that's where my passion lies, is sequential art. That consists of, American comics, Japanese, Korean books, European books. Love them all. But yeah, it's as far as like I look for art books. Art books are kind of my biggest weakness next to action figures, I guess. Very big.
Big weakness.
Big weakness.
I just picture you in like a traditional office, um job interview. You know, one of those the classic job interviews, like, oh, what are some of your strengths and weaknesses? You're like, comic books.
Sequential storytelling and articulated
Action.
action figures.
Yeah.
Like, what? It's like, okay, my weaknesses. Oh, I'm
It's like,
pizza.
because one time I asked my friend at work, he's like, oh man, you know, I got an interview coming up. We were working out, and I'm like, I was just as a joke, I'm like, hey man, you know, what do you think? What would you say was one of your what's your biggest weakness? Kind of like as a joke prep.
Mhm.
He looks at me, he's just like, women. I'm like, dude, that's not what I'm talking about. You're like too honest.
Well, I mean, he was being honest.
Yeah.
He
Don't
let
be
you know.
honest at job interviews.
No? Isn't that when you should be?
I don't think so. No, man. Fake it till you make it, dude. Does she hold this handle here? Is this a trigger?
I think I forget. I don't have the box with me, and also she's in a Ziploc bag right now because she's one of the figures that I got shipped to me when I was in Portland.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. I
Yeah,
know
both
she
these
has
things.
like this clear plastic stand so you can display the thing, her
Yeah.
weapon, but you can balance her without it.
Yeah, it looks like she'd be able
Yeah.
to hold this on her own. It'd be cool to complete all of the whole squad in this look. Yeah, man, I just love the engineering of moving the bangs off to swap
Mhm.
the faceplates. That kind of stuff is the best.
It's dope. I love figures. Figures are great. Like, if not just like even just to fiddle with things, I love just looking at it, just especially new figures and just observing the engineering.
Really?
Yeah, that's fascinating to me because seeing how a company would tackle something is
Yeah.
always fascinating. Always, because it's like, why did you do it this way? Or like, oh, I never would have thought of that. Or I
Mm.
didn't know that was you were able to do it this way. Love it.
Oh, Torrensu says looking at the box would help.
That would help.
Interesting.
That would help.
Interesting. Let me take a look, Torrensu. Which part of the box is it?
Yeah, just the one at the back. See where her hands are.
You know these boxes usually oh, there you go. Instructions. This is also a
Cool.
nice
Do you
change.
like that where it's on the box and it's not just a
Yeah.
piece of paper?
That piece of paper always so it used to be the piece of paper and then that little piece of cardboard that was the back color on here, and those would all cram together and ruin my day when I try to put stuff back. So I'm all for this this upgrade, man. When you're going back, you said you're going back to Japan soon.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Kinnikuman? Anything else you're looking to pick up?
Kinnikuman, those little things. I don't really know specific. Oh, the SH Figure Arts Anya with the soft goods.
Is that out?
It's going to be out.
Nice.
I think end of November, if I'm not mistaken, and that's when I'm going to be in Japan. End of November, start of December.
Nothing like saying, "Yeah, I went to Japan to pick that up."
Well, it's not just for that, obviously.
No. But you can
Yeah.
angle it.
Sure.
Position. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it's out. Yeah, I guess I'll fly by and pick it up.
Yeah. Oh, could you
Yeah,
imagine?
DHL sucks. I'll just
Yeah, I'm there for and plus, that she's so small, I could just I will bring like a bunch of Ziploc bags.
Oh, do
Just
you?
so just so
Oh,
I can
that's
pop them
smart.
inside there. That's what I did for Portland. I just had like a little the blue Hasbro bag that came in San Diego. Did you get one of those? It's like a blue Hasbro bag. I think it was blue. I forget. It was
The
a
massive
convention
one
bag.
from the store?
No, not the stupid big one. There was a smaller one.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
there was a smaller con bag that I
Yeah.
had, and that's right. When I flew home from United States to Australia, that's where I had just I don't even know how many figures in there of just in Ziplocs and then wrapped in like bubble wrap, and then that was inside a side bag that was a carry on with me,
Mm.
and I was
Yeah,
like, "Yep, it's
but you
all in there."
know, I got to bring it home to unbox. There's a program.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure,
that's
for
the
sure.
unfortunate
But
part.
you can leave certain ones.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? You don't have to
yeah,
do that with every single one of them. Also, technically, a gachapon is unboxing it. You know what I mean?
that's true. I can
Or,
rebox those.
or blind boxes.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Those are very small.
I'm thinking back to when I went to uh, uh, which store was it that had all the loose toys? I'm kicking myself that maybe there was a bunch of Keshi figures in those shelves. I think if I look back at my footage, I might see them, which makes me angry. But my goal this time, because I have more time this time going to Japan, my goals are watching a baseball game,
Ah, that would be so good.
which I hope is baseball season in April. I'm pretty sure it is. Um, and getting a good Japanese steel knife, like a chef's knife. Not
Okay.
not for street fighting,
Of
but
course not,
for
but
cooking. For
you could
cooking.
use it to street fight.
Well,
Hopefully
yeah,
not.
yeah, definitely. No, do they have to use the ones that come in the little case that come out, or is that only
Okay.
for seppuku?
Yeah, maybe
That's
there's something for that. I don't
that's
know if you want to do
that's
that.
all for TV.
Yeah.
No, a chef's knife, Japanese steel chef's knife. Every time I'm cutting vegetables here, I'm like, this sucks. I need to go to Japan, and hopefully those things are sharp forever.
I'd love to go there and just buy a rice cooker, but that would be a pain to just bring back with me.
What is there? Not, can you not get those online?
I can here, but I don't know.
What do you use
Like
now?
I use a Tiger. I've got a Tiger
Okay.
one. It's from Japan, but it's also quite old now.
Mm,
I'd like to get a newer one, I suppose. And I know sometimes it's like, oh, this is expensive. I'm like, yeah, but I cook rice every day.
yeah,
This is gonna be amazing.
it's gonna be worth it,
Yeah,
and yeah, the
exactly.
returns on it. You can. I mean,
Exactly.
Machu just uses a microwave.
But Machu does what Machu does.
Oh, I didn't think your answer would go that way.
What?
I thought you were gonna shake your head and shame him.
No, not at all. Hey, rice is rice, man.
Rice is rice.
Gotta eat it.
I want the rice cooker that plays a little tune at the end when it's done, kind of like a laundry machine, just so it
Yeah.
really brings a bit of joy into the meal when it's ready to go.
They get super price. Like, and the thing is, yeah, again, they're not cheap, and understandably so, because they can do more than just cook rice. I know it's crazy. We're doing unboxing toys. We're talking about rice cookers, but it's cool, man.
Yeah.
I would like to. I don't think I will. I don't want to go home with like, check it out. Got myself a rice cooker.
Well,
That your
you can
luggage? Yep.
fill it with toys. Oh, there we go. The logistics of that. I mean, it's a container. Uh, it's put it in. You know, around there's space. You can put
There is.
Keshi figures around. We're done. We're good. And the little cup that the condensation goes into, more space. More space. There
See,
we
that's
go.
a thought.
Change the game.
I'm more concerned about like if I do it as a check-in, will it get damaged in travel? That's the thing.
Ooh.
Do you know what I mean? Like I would have to make that a carry-on, but I don't think they're gonna let me carry on a rice cooker.
It's
That's
just
so
on your
bizarre.
lap the whole time.
It's just well, they won't allow it on my lap. It won't fit underneath the seat, and I don't know if it'll fit above. So
What
I
if
should
you
probably just get one while I'm here in Australia.
Yeah, what if you just filled the rice cooker with rice and you were just snacking on it for
Oh, that's
how
gangster.
long is your flight?
Oh wait, no, they won't. They don't let you bring food onto the flight
Yeah.
internationally.
Well,
Yeah.
if you get
I'd
the
have to
food,
make it in the airport.
yeah,
Once
just go to
I've
the ramen
passed.
stall or the
That'd
udon
be
stand
hilarious.
and
That'd
be
be
like,
hilarious.
"What's Japanese for fill this?" And
Yeah, I've got my own rice. Just gonna open it up. It's like, can you get hot water? Just water, please. Gotta
it's
wash
like
it.
20 like onigiri inside.
I would.
Ready
That'd
to
that'd be
that'd be so much
gangster.
better than airplane food, dude.
That'd be gangster.
Man, come on. What time do you need to get out of here? It's
It
close
is
to your
the
call
show
time.
starts in 15 minutes. So I'll bounce in 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So rice cooker one pot recipes. That's what we're gonna spend our next 10 minutes on.
I'm down with that. I love rice.
No, I'm kidding. We could. I think mine just cooks rice. It doesn't cook long enough to cook meat, which is dangerous.
I wouldn't want to really cook meat. It's mainly like, throwing some vegetables in there while I'm
Yeah.
cooking it.
Yeah.
And that's always good. Like right now, I'll throw in corn in there. I'll throw in some
Yeah.
peas and stuff. And it's like, oh, this is good. It's a nice little treat with the rice.
Rice and peas.
I want to
Korean-
put those curry mixes inside there while I'm cooking the rice to see if it
Yeah,
mixes
I
up
think
that kind
so.
of thing.
I've
That
seen
should be fun,
videos,
right? Yeah.
those one pot recipes. You put in
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
the curry
That's what
block.
I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, gotta try that. Be
Potatoes,
annoyed. It'll
yeah.
probably smell, but whatever.
It's gonna smell anywhere. you cook it.
Exactly. It's gonna smell regardless.
Rice is rice needs to be the next shirt.
Yeah. Rice is rice, man. It's true.
It's just a bunch of Asians walking
Yeah.
around with a rice is rice t-shirt.
I'm cool with that.
It's the next hat, Chamba.
Just walk around Japan with rice is rice.
Chicken rice. Please don't
Why
enable
didn't-
me to buy a rice cooker.
Like,
Why
should.
not?
You should. It's good, man.
Yeah. What are you gonna say?
I don't know why I bought this.
Yeah. Is it a property that you liked, or is it on?
It's not based on a property. I'll remember eventually why I bought this. It's cool. It's very cool. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, I think I know why. Because a lot of the pieces are modular, so you
Okay.
can pull it apart and stuff.
Right.
And the ports are compatible with snail shell,
Which is the other box you have.
which is
For
the
later.
other one. Yeah, which I'll do probably this weekend, in all honesty, because that one's going to require some time to look at. But yeah, this is cool. I dig it. There's a lot of parts still in this box. I think too many parts, in fact. What the hell? There's way too many parts. All right.
The sudden shock.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'll have to look at that a little later. It's weird though, because the rider, she comes with a whole separate body that's kind of molded to sit on the seat. So
Right.
this is the regular body with articulation at the hips and at the torso. But the one that's on the seat, it's just you basically detach her legs and her arms and her head to
Interesting.
attach. Yeah, so she's basically planted on the seat properly. Interesting that.
Damn. Here, one last thought. What I'm worried about for Japan is that, as you can see, my toy collecting, my focuses have been shifting, and I think something shifted after the last time I left Japan, and then
Mhm.
now this time going in, I'm into something different. I'm worried that I had the opportunity to get something, and then I leave Japan not without picking it up, and it's like, damn, I was right there. Now I got to go back.
Oh,
another
I've been there multiple times.
Yeah?
There's so many things where I'm like, why didn't I just buy that? Like
rice
what?
cooker.
No, in reality, I'd love to get a rice cooker. It's just logistically, it's going to be annoying to have to bring back, and
Yeah?
that's the reason why I wouldn't want to do that. And it's probably like I could probably get it for an equivalent price here. There are locations here where I can get Japanese rice cookers. So I may just do that because the one that I have is old, but it's great, and I know that it will last long. I'm glad that we're back on rice cookers. But as far as like picking up stuff from Japan all the time, like I'm I'll be at the airport or like on the train to the airport. I'm like, why didn't I just buy that? Like, what was I doing?
Well, luckily, if it's a SH Figure Art or something, you'll be in luck at the airport because they have everything. Yoko, well, Yoko was like, she could have bought a whole bunch of stuff, and then she came back. She didn't buy it. She came back, and then she ordered it.
And she
online.
ordered stuff, right? And I'm
she
like,
did it-
no.
She
I
did it
get that too, man.
consistently, like week after week.
I
It was so
know.
funny.
I don't blame it too in a way because I'm like, I get it because when you're there in Japan, you see it, you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna dig it. You don't also anticipate how much you'll like something.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh man, oh no, I like this a lot. I really should have grabbed more.
Mhm.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Like this gachapon, it was the little, was it the bear, the little, it's that little creature. What's that? What's the name? People, somebody knows in the chat.
The bear.
It's they call it like a bear. It's like a little creature. You know what this is, guys. This is a
Yeah,
gachapon, which you piece together. It's fully articulated. There you go, tardigrade. And
tardigrade.
I should have picked up more of these things.
Well, you'll have your chance.
Yeah, and we'll see if it's still there. That's the thing. Like gachapons are kind of the easiest thing to acquire there. Because they're
Yeah.
everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Oh, I know what I'm doing when I go to Japan. I'm gonna look for as many Dandadan merchandise as I possibly can.
Yes.
And those are some of the regrets that from the last trip. Because there was plush. There was plush items. Yeah. And I'm like, why did because I'm not a plush collector. But it's like it's not even about that. It's like I could have just got it because it's that.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm gonna see it when I'm there now. I have a feeling I'm not
you
gonna
might
see
have
it.
dropped the ball on that because
I
you
did.
were
I dropped the ball
conscious.
heavily.
You were conscious of, you were a
Absolutely.
fan of it at that
Oh
time.
yeah. Oh yeah. I was actually telling, like when I'm wandering around, I'm like, I'm looking specifically for Dandadan merchandise. It just there wasn't a lot. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I think there'll be more stuff once the anime drops, and which there'll probably be.
Well, we know there's already more now.
Right.
Already,
But it's
yeah.
like I really still I should have just picked up what I could. Just because so I was like, I'm dumb. I'm a dumb head.
I'm a dumb head.
Yeah.
Is that all right? Yes. You know what? Let's end on in
Me being
San
a dumb
Diego.
head. Yep.
We learned some Australian abbreviations in San Diego from you.
Okay.
Do you have any new ones? Mosquitoes was my favorite.
Mozzies?
Muzzies. I've adopted that into my lexicon since then. It's one of my favorites. Is there any more that you can hit some people with before we get out of here?
Afternoon, Arvo.
What?
I thought I may have said that.
Yeah, I just thought I didn't understand your accent. How would you spell that?
ARVO.
AIVO.
ARVO.
ARVO.
ARVO. Arvo.
And that is
Arvo. Afternoon. Yeah, you tell me, mate.
Good afternoon.
Good Arvo.
I mean,
it's like.
Oh, you still add the good?
If you feel like it, or it's like when it's like if you ask me when are you going to handle that, you could say in the afternoon, or you could say in the arvo.
What?
In the arvo. If someone wanted, it's like if somebody asked me something, it's like, when are you going to handle that? And it's like I could handle it in the afternoon, or I could say in the arvo.
This is
later in the arvo
across Australia.
Pretty
much.
Is
a thing.
Yes. It should be.
Arvocado, you're so stupid, Mario.
That's good.
You're so dumb.
That won't be a shirt.
It's just an avocado chilling in like mid-afternoon sun. I don't know.
Yeah, the sun is kind of low, a little bit.
So Pletho says
cool.
Korean for "did you eat" literally translate as "did you eat rice?" So in Cantonese, when you say it's dinner time, you say "sekfan," literally eat rice.
I love that.
Like, did you eat rice, or did you eat yet? Did you have a meal yet? "Sekfan," mate. Have you eaten rice yet? I guess because I guess traditionally, that's the staple. So like "sekfan," eat rice would be like go eat.
Go eat.
Yeah.
It's a staple. I mean, it's same Philippines. It's a staple in Philippines. Rice is
exactly
the majority of everything. So
yeah, it's just it's cool learning more about all this stuff and some of the similarities between like in Japanese and Chinese and Korean. It's always fun learning new stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like manga, manhwa, and it's the same in in Cantonese and Mandarin and Korean. Manhwa is like it's all
Manhwa,
the
yeah.
same. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's cool to learn stuff like that. Travel the world and learn new things and
Eat
eat
new
delicious
foods.
food.
Oh, it's the best. I
Use
can't wait.
use different rice cookers. Oh my god.
Yep. It's all about that. I love it.
Like eat rice nerd. Wait, what? Eat rice sounds like an insult. Like eat rice nerd. I
Who are
don't
you insulting? Anyone
I
that's not
don't know.
Asian? Eat rice. You
Like,
gotta eat
yeah.
rice.
You know what? I'm gonna start saying that to people from backgrounds. Again, I have to visually judge that look like they
Yes.
wouldn't be from a rice eating. Eat rice, nerd.
Eat rice, nerd.
Thank you, Loki. Hell yeah, man. Chamba, what are you working on right now? Is there anything out right now that people can see your work in?
Random Views Volume 2 has been out for a few months now. That's the second volume of the first one that came out like 10 years ago. It was the book was done like several years ago, but it took Udon to release it. It took him a while. I don't really care, but yeah, pick it up. It's great. And if you have it and you see me, I will draw inside of it. That's kind of the thing that I do. So yeah, if next time you know that I'm going to be at a convention and stuff, bring it. I'll sign it. I'll draw in it. Usually I'll draw in it.
Yeah, I've seen you do that.
That's
It's awesome.
out. I've got a few covers from Udon that's out. I'll have I'm working on some stuff right now, some like backup stuff for other Udon stuff. Just a handful of Udon stuff. Yep, good stuff. I love it.
Lots of good stuff, which
Mhm.
obviously, looking at your work, it's across the board. Fantastic. And
Thank
you
you.
mentioned if people see you bring a book, you mentioned you're gonna be like, do you have any cons coming up this
I
year
do. I do.
where people can see you?
I do. I have 2 shows in Japan in November, end of November and the start of December. One of them used to be called Brave and Bold. I don't know what it's called right now,
Sounds like
but
a type of dip, like an avocado dip, brave and bold flavor.
avocado dip. And that one's in Japan. That one's primarily about comic art, American comic art and whatnot. So we'll be
Oh,
there.
cool.
And the weekend after that is Tokyo Comic Con, so I'll be there also.
Awesome. I know we have at least one viewer who's a Japanese resident. So
Ooh.
yeah, you met
Do
him.
drop by. Yeah, do
Yeah,
drop
you met
by.
him.
Yeah. I did. We're talking about Jada
You
toys.
did. That's great. Hell
We
yeah.
did.
And check out Chamba's Instagram. He has a link tree there. He has a merch shop and merch shop. You can get hats, a good boy hat, a Chamba hat, all that kind of good stuff. And also, we do have, before we get out of here, the shirt, the Monkey King shirt by this man himself.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
the
yeah.
artwork. One of my favorite shirts to wear.
It's so comfortable, dude. I didn't know how comfortable those shirts were.
Let me know how it is. Does it get hot in Australia? I'm assuming it's hot.
It gets
Like-
warm in the summer. I haven't worn it yet in the summer, so I don't know how hot it's gonna get.
That's why it took me like a year to put this out, because I wanted to find the perfect base t-shirt for this. So
Mhm.
Uniqlo Aerism is the way to go. These are available on toyingaround.ca. Chamba, thank you so much for being a guest tonight. Thank you so much for, dude, absolutely crushing it on this design.
Thank
right
you.
here, man. Check out Chamba on IG, over on Toy Migos in a little bit. Check out Chamba has a Patreon too, which he posts an incredible
Every day I
staggering,
post something there.
staggering amount of artwork. Yeah, man.
Every
Go
day. Also,
yeah.
They're Not Dolls in about 3 minutes.
Yeah,
on
3
Toy
minutes.
Migos.
Go poo and whatever it is you need to do. That's again projecting. I need to, but
I
thank
gotta
you, man.
pee.
I'm gonna
I do have to
wrap
pee
this.
though.
I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you, dude.
Cheers,
We'll
guys.
talk later.
Bye.
That guy's the best. He's still here. That was awkward. If he's still here. Later. Absolutely awesome dude. And just again, bonding with somebody, having a friendship with somebody in the hobby who, it's just of good character, who's just cool to hang with, smart. Yeah, just awesome. Very talented dude. Go check out Chamba everywhere. We're gonna wrap this up tonight. Shout outs to DK who He has the week off, but he'll be back. He'll be hosting the show next week, DK, as I'll be taking the night off. It is my daughter's birthday. And the week after that, D Blake Makes will be the guest for Unboxing Thursdays. I've got some other interviews coming up on the channel. I hope we can get like a. I want to become like a rice cooker influencer. That would be cool. I would absolutely love that. Hey, what's up? Rocco the Great is here. Wicked Fat Thunderhouse says the shirt rules. Can't wait to get mine. Updates for the shirts. Again, these are being made in-house. And made to order because people have to tell me what their sizes are. So I'm working on those. I'll probably work on a few tonight, and they're going out. So look for your tracking, and don't worry, these are my priority right now. To put those together, I just again, everything's in house. The logo, the artwork on the back, the shirts, sourcing the shirts. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support. Thank you for to everyone who's bought a shirt. Thank you to the channel members, Mike, who dropped some gifted tonight, everyone's super chats, everyone who liked the video. Again, if you're a channel member, you can go check out this video that's on the channel right now, especially everyone who just got a channel membership tonight. You can go watch this. I did a toy hunt for some Keshi figures and found bunch of really cool stuff, and it was a fun video to make. So I wonder if more people would be interested in seeing additional content like this. And of course, shout out to everyone over on Patreon who also has access to this video as well. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. And of course, the channel memberships, you get a discount code for the online shop at toyingaround.ca. Gotta love the Chamba. Gotta love the Chamba, Mario. That's correct. Patreon, we're gonna do. I'm gonna put a poll up on Patreon if you guys want to do a watch along this weekend, or I'm gonna propose a new idea. So check it out over on there. I know sometimes people don't get all the notifications, but I want to thank everyone tonight for being here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Again, subscribe so you know when we go live every week and when new videos drop. So YouTube knows that this is enjoyable. This was an enjoyable stream, less unhinged than Family Feud, which I will be editing and putting out separately. So everyone, have yourselves a great night. Eat some rice and keep toying around. Peace. I think that's everything, right? Is that all the plugs? I do feel a little lost without DK here. It's strange. I miss that little guy. Lost without you. I don't know. What was that other song? Men at Work? I don't think that's a real song.